Okay, we are out here with our Kel Tec PR-5.7 pistol. Finally I got it out. We're going to try to do some function testing that here. I got two types of ammo. First one we're going to use is Fioshi. I got some FN. I will go over in another video how to load this weapon. But we got our two stripper clips. We'll lock them in there. Now these things take, with use, they become easier to use. I had difficulty at first with them, but not so much now. And yes, you can load these by hand. Now, if you look down here, I'll show you in the close-up in another video, but that little protrusion, the black one, that means you got a full magazine. Alright, so, and I talk about the loaded chamber indicator. You kind of go down and look and see the brasses in there. That tells you it's loaded. Alright, so it's 7 yards. We're going to fire a few and see how we do. I pulled that one. Okay. We ejected. Nothing in the chamber. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. There we go. Alright. $20 ounce, quite a bit. Alright, so slide came back and just didn't do anything. I ejected the one case and that. But let's go see how we did in terms of accuracy. Well, not too bad. Kept all of them but 3 in the black and kind of zeroed in a little. You gotta remember, we just got up, just started, and that's the Fioshi ammo. Alright, I'm going to go on to the other brand of ammo on this other target. Alright, now I'm going to use this FN ammo. It has a green tip on it. Don't know what it really is or anything. This I had difficulty in practicing loading. Let's see how it goes now. Alright. This firearm, it's different. It's a bit awkward. And it'll take some getting used to. Had to have fixed the last round in there. Alright. I don't know if I'm missing one. whatever. Well, aha. Misspeed right off the start. Okay, when I pushed it down in the mag, the nose caught. Let's see if this feeds this ammo. This stuff's expensive too. The gun does not recoil hard, none of these do. It's easy, the grip is smaller, nicer, I can hold on to it. I'm doing better, putting something in the black. This is just getting used to it. And yes, if you don't wish to use these stripper clips, you can hand load the gun. I'm going to put 5 in here. There's another one I dropped. So we'll put 6. Now you got a double action trigger pull. Okay, so it's much like a revolver, but it's not terrible. You get used to it. And the whole idea, and this shoots right on point aim. Yeah, I didn't do too bad. So far, so good. So we had one, didn't quite strip up. That could have been my fault for not putting it in right, making sure it was back. And we had the slide come back and just stop for no reason on the other ammo. So, I don't know. I'll go down and retrieve that target and I'll put up some clean ones. Alright, here's the target with the Fiocchi ammo. Not too terrible, you know. Got 3 of them, I think, in a bowl. The FN ammo, some of the shots went wider, but I got more of them in a bowl. It's more of getting used to the gun and shooting it. I'm going to put up another target. But I'm only going to shoot the Fiocchi ammo because this ammo is super expensive. And I'm going to hang on to what I got left. But we'll run some more and see if I get any better. Alright, so got a fresh target up there. And these stripper clips, they're alright. Take a little getting used to the concept. But they do end up working. The only thing is, you know, loading them up is kind of a pain. I don't know how much they cost, but buying several, yeah, see that one didn't quite So whenever you run the strippers down, that bullet was sitting up, I had to go and make sure it's back and seated. Make sure you do that. And again, there's our little indicator tab sticking out down here. So you know we got 20. And today, I'm shooting a pistol first before I go to the rifle range. Alright, let's see if we can get a whole mag out of this one. This is what everyone told you don't want. Fail to eject and starting to feed. So we're going to yank back on it, put up the slide stop, realign this cartridge in there, and see. Alright. Yeah, I'm moving this trigger. It's double action trigger. That one kind of hung up and jerked. Alright, so we had failure to eject, failure to extract from the chamber on that. And what I'm going to do, I ain't going to screw around, I'm just going to load the remainder of this box in there. And this is like shooting a double action revolver. So if you're used to and I caught myself, I slowed down on the pull and I seen where my hand was jerking down. So this type of gun is unusual. And you would have to practice an awful lot to be efficient with this. And with the cost of the ammunition, yeah, for a novelty, something different. And I'll do a post-shooting, my thoughts on it after I shoot this. But let's see if we go. Okay, it went. Alright. Alright, I'm getting better with this. It's all about trigger control. Alright. That's going to be it for today. I'll go retrieve that target, and then I'll have another video where I give you my thoughts on this. Actually, it's not bad. This magazine fits in my hand better. The trigger pull and the trigger on this is something to get used to. I changed how I was using the trigger, and it made a difference. This is a type of firearm you're going to have to shoot it a lot to get used to its idiosyncrasies. Well, let me go grab that target. Okay, As you see, I started getting better keeping them in the 9 ring. Those are some of the last ones, and it all has to do with your grip and your trigger pull. Okay, and like I said, recoil on this is almost nil. Okay, it's a little bit more than shooting a 22, and you see I was pulling on a lot of these. And what that was, again, getting used to that trigger. But once I got it in there, a lot of them bullseyes were in the last few rounds once I started changing my thing. Alright guys, hit the like button, subscribe, stay tuned.